wonderful viewers. We are here as real as they come, Dallas. I'm Yulia.
Hey guys, Madeline here.
Hi, I'm Magda.
Hi, Valentina.
And Heidi's here.
So before we go further, please hit like, please subscribe, so that way you don't miss out on any of the new upcoming episodes. Thank you.
And that way we will know what you guys want to talk about, what you guys want to hear about, and we will do our best to make it happen.
Yeah.
Here to answer any questions, comfortable or uncomfortable.
Especially if you want to learn how to make hookah. We have some serious experts here, so we can definitely help with that.
Are you kidding me?
Organic wine.
Food, home recipes, home remedies.
Viewers
if
discretion
anyone-
advised.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions about gluten-free, I got you.
Yes.
Okay, next
Gluten-free.
time.
Yeah.
Very nice.
She texted me, say, "Do you have gluten free here?" I said, like, "Well, I didn't know. Next time."
Oh, no. I mean, I wasn't
Like
trying to be mean. I was just
No,
like,
I know. I mean, just
I thought Yulia was at the store, and I was like, well, Heidi, don't tell her not to get the pizzas because the pizzas can be, if she can get gluten-free pizza, that'd be great. That'd be
I walked
wonderful.
out at that moment already.
That's
Sorry.
when you call her.
Yeah, no,
I've
but
never
I've
seen gluten-free pizza. Like,
Yeah,
the
they make like
ready ones.
cauliflower pizza.
they make other
There
types
are
Oh, yeah.
gluten-free
Okay.
pizzas
Very
also.
good.
My
to try
favorite gluten-free pizza in Dallas is Picasso's, actually, and they're
Oh,
very
yeah.
serious
Where is that?
about.
There's a few different locations.
Yeah, there's a few
actually.
different locations. My favorite is the main
The service is superb.
one. Oh yeah. Oh my god. On Skillman, it's really good.
For Skillman, there is one I ordered for my office that's on Dallas Tollway.
Yeah, there's
Very
one on Dallas
good.
Tollway. I've been
Very
there.
good.
I don't know where your office is either.
That's okay.
But speaking
We'll
of
show you
the
around.
food, what do you guys think is the perfect meal for Super Bowl now that we are right here at the door of the next Super Bowl?
Hookah.
I am right there with you. Right there with you.
Usually like a nacho chili cheese dip.
Salad. I'm not an Italian food person at all. Like, I don't like pizza. I don't like. How can you not like? Can you tell me a little bit more? Like, how does it feel when you take a bite of a pizza? I go like, and you go like, ugh. Yeah,
I love that.
oh, really? Do I have to? Really? I mean, just like. Thank you, but no, thank you.
But what about a pizza do you not like? Do you not like it because you gotta like eat it with your hands and it's all like on bread? Or like the taste? It's the texture taste thing.
You were born to be perfect.
I
Like,
know.
seriously, like, come on.
We're born to be wild.
I got
It's just
you.
like, no, I mean, first of all, the taste, to be honest, I mean, no offense, but I just don't like pizza here.
Okay.
The
Well,
pizza
yeah.
we
Okay, that
made
makes
in,
sense.
I mean, overseas is totally different with the pizza here.
Yes.
But I mean, it's not on my diet. Besides that, and I mean, I really do not enjoy the texture, maybe, or I mean, it's not
Some
my
of
favorite.
it tastes like styrofoam. I have to agree.
Oh, no,
Unless
there's
it's Grimaldi's.
definitely bad pizza.
Grimaldi's,
Oh,
Picasso's.
gosh.
Oh my god, I am in love with Grimaldi's pesto.
So see, I was raised on New York style pizza. So in my opinion,
Grimaldi's.
anything that's not that just kind of tastes horrible. But considering that, because I have that gluten-free limitation, if I find a place that has good gluten-free pizza, I kind
marry
of don't
it.
care.
You marry it.
I'm like, this tastes good. I'm gonna eat it.
Stick with it.
I'm
Yeah.
right there with
Yeah.
you. But not to mention, my grandmother used to make the best pizza. I remember the moment in Russia when they first introduced pizza. It was so funny. I'm calling and I'm like, we want pizza for delivery. And my grandmother literally, it was probably the world's most horrible pizza.
She hung up.
No, my grandmother we ordered it and she just lifted it up like that. Granddaughter, I got you. Oh my god! And she made the best pizza. I was like, grandmother, you need to open your own pizza place. Oh yeah, she just knocked it out.
Grandmas
of
are the
gold.
best cooks, period. I don't even know. Like, we moved
Not
to
my grandmother. Oh my god.
You'll die if my
She's
grandmother
not
cooks
watching
your
the
food.
podcast. Is she?
No. Russian grandmas are the best cooks. I just know with ours, like, well, we moved to America when we moved here. So we didn't go out like fast food.
Really?
places.
You
We
moved to
didn't-
America when you moved here?
Well, fast food places wasn't our thing, so we would walk every day and we'd walk by this McDonald's. It was there. It was really close to the house. She's like, no, we're gonna get home. I'm gonna make your French fries and a burger.
Oh.
Of course, they were like the best fries and the best burger. So then the one time we actually go to McDonald's, and we're like, yes, we finally get to go here. We all bite into it and we're like, no, I don't. Why did we want to go here? Babushka, Grandma, let's go home. Can you make the French fries and the burger for us?
The little flops of learning English. I got to United States for the first time in 1996. And we had a very eventful time. It was with Ohio State University, forever loving that place. And everybody were talking, the American kids, they were like, oh, everybody, let's go to Wendy's.
Oh God, Wendy's.
Well, I,
love their
thought
french
Wendy
fries
was
and
the
their-
girl. I was like, I don't know Wendy. I can go to somebody's house without an invitation. So, because we're so disconnected at that time, I was 16, and I'm like, I don't know where they're going. Who's Wendy? I'm not going to Wendy. And then I'm passing by, and there's a giant little pigtail chick saying Wendy's. I was like, oh. So, where there was blonde, that was my blonde moment. I was like, yeah.
It's okay. So the other night, I was babysitting for a coworker, and he comes home with his wife, and they have Whataburger, and he goes, Whataburger. But me, I had just woken up from, like, I fell asleep on the couch, and I just
to do babysitting?
well,
Fell asleep?
I took care of the kids. I fed them dinner. I gave them a bath. They went to bed. Okay. But I thought he called me what a burger, like what a booger, like from your nose, and I was like, what the heck?
Oh my god, every time now I'm gonna have a burger, I'm gonna think about that.
You're welcome.
Oh my god.
You're welcome.
Well, mine
There's your
was
new diet.
association of Whataburger. I thought it was like a water burger. I'm like,
A burger made out of water?
exactly. I was like,
That's not-
What kind of burger is that? It's like,
How can you hold
out of
that in your
water?
hands?
Exactly. I was
Like,
like,
frozen water?
Actually, they are creating water that's like in a bubble that you bite into and you drink it. So technically, they could, but it would be
some more
gross.
chemicals to put in our body. Yay!
Well,
No,
no,
it's
actually,
just
if you
pure water.
look into the research of it, there's, I mean, I have a science background.
No way.
No way. Environmental scientist?
EPA person.
So like the way that they're manufactured, I don't know the exact science on it because I read it a long time
No,
ago.
no, no, no,
very
no. We need
briefly.
exact science.
All right.
Weird science.
Next episode.
Whatever. But it's not like a chemical. It's not like something that's bad for your body. They're just taking something that's naturally occurring and they're making like almost like a gelatin, I think,
It looks
bubble
like a
around it.
silicone.
Oh, and I'm sure it's FDA approved.
That's what it looks like, yeah. But smaller.
I mean, honestly, there's a few steps before you get to FDA approved. You have to have a thought, you have to have a plan, you have to make that happen, and then you have to be like,
So before you go for FDA approval, you have
to
make
actually
that
have
happen?
something that happens.
How many things
Something that
out
works.
there
Yeah, I
that
know, but
FDA approved and horrific for your body? I mean,
McDonald's, Wendy's.
thank you.
There's a lot.
I didn't like. For me, the other thing is that when I moved here, my accent was. That's the way I learned English. I didn't know any other English than British English. So, I was studying at Boston University, and then I wanted to. I had never seen such big sports stores. Like they're massive here in the US.
yeah.
And then I went to this store, and I dive a lot, so I wanted to buy what Americans call flashlight. I didn't use the word flashlight. For me, the way I learned it, it was torch. So I went to the
Where
store
can I buy this torch?
and I do a lot of night dives. So I went to the store and I'm like, excuse me, sir, do you have a torch? And I was like so happy that they're going to show me like 10 different models. I could dream about it. I picked the one I want. And he goes like, a what? And I said, a torch. And I said, what do you exactly need a torch for? And I said, like, said night dive. He said, ma'am, we call it flashlight here. And I'm like, but okay, whatever. Do
I'm
you
not
have that?
flashing anyone, so I will torture you if you don't
And
give
I
me a
could
torch.
see the guy like looking like this. Who is this person? Like, why is she here looking for a torch?
Oh, you know, after your conversation, he went back to one of his associates and be like, dude, you'll never get torch.
But then I tried to learn a lot and practicing a lot, but I still have that like the accent. I'm really trying hard to pronounce like R. My friend was telling me, imagine you have hot potato in your mouth and you can say R and you can pronounce it, because before it was like never was never, and then I say like never, and I was sitting home one time like never.
Never say never.
Are you kidding me? So my family, I'm not from Brooklyn, but my mom grew up in Brooklyn. My dad grew up in New York City. And so my parents moved around a lot. Well, we moved around a lot because my dad was in the Navy. So the only accent that I had that was constant was my mom's side of the family from Brooklyn. So like there's a lot of weird words that I have, like water. Like that's
Like what?
water. It's
water.
water. Yeah, water. Water.
What?
When Magda and I first met, I was like, because we met at a bar.
Yeah.
I was like, you want what?
Water.
What? I would just do it on purpose just to keep saying it.
Yeah. And then
That's funny.
I also like draw. So, and I'm
Draw.
not draw. Like the silver word draw.
Oh,
Like you put your-
drawer.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
I thought you
not-
meant draw.
No, not draw. There's draw and then there's draw.
Drawer.
What happened to the word button, y'all? Do you
Button.
hear a lot of people saying
button?
button?
button.
Like you're
No,
talking
'cause
about
there's all
button.
zippers.
Yeah, button.
There's
Instead of being
zippers.
button, they're like button.
Button, I guess. I never thought about it.
I don't.
A lot of people say that these days. I don't know what happened to the poor button, but it turns into a button.
I don't know. I have a lot of confused
Button.
words.
Button. Yeah, no, definitely button.
And oh my God, learning English was something totally hilarious. I had exchange students, and it was a guy living in my family, and then there was another young man living in my friends. So when we get together, it's just a giggle city because we just laugh. It was
Giggle City, that was cute.
It was so funny. So, and my friend and I were like, what, 17, 18. We giggle. You show us a finger, we'll be laughing. And
You still do that.
Excuse me.
something's
No,
my heart. And John, he looks at me. He's like, why do you laugh? And
Probably
I'm
'cause you
looking
made
at
that
him.
face.
I'm like, why what? He's like, why do you laugh? And I'm looking at my friend. I'm like, why is he asking me why do I love? And I'm hearing love. I'm like, love? I'm like, what love? So that was one word I learned. And another one, we're in the rush to get to the school. And he's like, why are you rushing? And I'm so mad. Like, we're behind, we're late. I'm like, well, why are you an American? Why are you rushing? And he just looks at me. He's like, what?
But that's the thing. That's such a big joke, so you automatically assume it with a joke.
So I always now say, I'm like, I'm rushing, but I'm not in a hurry.
That's funny.
But that was one of the most comical things.
Ever.
Why are you rushing? What kind of question is that?
My parents' fault.
Right? I mean, I'm sorry. I did not predetermine my location of birth,
Oh yeah, that's gonna be the next thing.
which was Germany, actually, but who cares? I'm just saying. Heidi, any funny words that
Any
you
funny words? Yeah, actually, about Iran, people call it Iran, and usually we say, "Why did you run?"
Why did you
don't
run?
know. And they're like, what? And we say, yeah, why did you run? It's Iran. It's not Iran. So that's one thing. And like, another thing, funny thing, one of my friends, I hope she's okay if I say that memory. One of my friends was dating a guy on internet. So they met in Turkey, actually, country.
Nice.
Yes.
No, they met inside of a turkey, like the bird.
Exactly.
No, you'd be amazed
That's
how many
totally
people don't
not
know what
Iran.
Turkey is.
Just Turkey. then that was the first. That English we like. I mean, we learn in books. It's totally different with the English you hear, and even I was in England for 2 months. I learned some part of English language over there, and when I came here, I used the words over there. I learned there. Then they didn't know what's going on with me. They're like, what? Then she was meeting the guy at the lobby of hotel, and then he said, oh honey, I need to go to the restroom. And she said, okay. And well, they walked toward the bathroom. What we call it in Iran, they call it WC.
Water closet.
Whatever, yeah.
What's
Yeah.
a closet?
Then she said, okay, she was following him to the bathroom, and he said, well, you cannot come in. She said, well, he's gonna rest, I'm gonna rest. So sweetheart,
Can we rest together?
use the bathroom. So like that was funny thing. We always talk about that. Yeah.
I want to rest with you.
There are a lot of funny things when you're learning,
Water closet was always
Water closet.
interesting to me because I went to Russian American college and we learned a lot of different things, but I learned the more of an American version of after high school. It was all British. Before college, it was all British. After high school, I went to college. It became more with an American dialect, and till today, I do not understand why it is a water closet.
Because it's like a closet, like a closed off area with a lot of water going into it.
Right.
Usually that'd be the only place that had the water. I'm talking like I know what's going on, but I'm just making shit
Makes
up. But that's
perfect
like
sense.
why I think it's called a water closet.
But it's like somebody thought of that water closet.
Yeah, I always thought
That sounds more like a
W
shower to me.
stands for washing. I mean, it was my.
That's what I thought too.
I thought like W stands for washing, and then I didn't know about the C, but
Or toilet
whatever,
water.
they call it toilet or
Huh?
Yeah.
I mean
Yeah.
WC.
I bought some toilet water. It's like what?
I call it
When you
washroom.
bought
And a lot of
Yeah.
places up north, it actually
Yeah,
says
I'll do
washroom.
toilet.
Yeah, washroom.
Yeah. So when I moved down here, everybody was like, I always ask like, oh, I need to go to the washroom. I'm using the washroom. They're like, what? Why do you call it a washroom? And I'm like, why do I call the restroom a washroom?
So that's really so I call the laundry room the washroom. I say I don't have to do the laundry, I have to do the wash.
But the restroom doesn't.
I've never
really
heard of
make
that.
sense. I mean, restroom.
It's a throne room.
You're resting. I don't know.
If
The
you ask me,
men,
it's a
the
throne.
men definitely rest in there on their phones for like 30 minutes.
Oh, you know what? My husband calls Facebook a fart book. Because the only time he gets to watch Facebook is usually when he's on the throne. So it's a,
Oh my god.
so he's like, I'm on the fart book. I'm like, oh Lord. I'm like,
Has he
They're
ever
there
seen,
extra long, and I'm like, get off your phone.
Has he ever seen Letterkenny?
who what?
So Letterkenny is a show.
Who what?
It's a Canadian show, and I love it. And one of the things that they talk about on there is fart book, and it's literally Facebook but for farts. So people, that's just what I thought about. As soon as you're talking about fart book, I was like, oh, he's seen Letterkenny. He's cool.
He's cool.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't get it. What?
Letterkenny's?
Yeah.
It's a TV show, and
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
That part I got, but the rest of it, I'm like, I have no idea. What
They
you're
they
talking
made up they made a fake website where instead of Facebook, it's fart books. You
And what do
upload your
people do?
farts. Like
Ew.
recordings of your
about. Oh my god.
That's some fetish thing.
You
right?
asked for details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Only in Canada, y'all.
I mean, I think I'd like to point it out there that like I think the idea of an actual fart book is gross, but to see it on a TV and how people acted on the TV was kind of funny.
Really?
I feel like you have to
I
be
can't
in a
stand
certain mood to watch that.
So
Like,
is
if you were
weed
just to
legal
flip it
in
on and be like-
Canada?
I don't know.
Well, apparently it should be. I mean, like.
I mean,
Canada.
I'm giving you guys like the worst representation of Letterkenny. Like you have to kind of watch the show and how ridiculous. Like every aspect of the
So
show is
when we need to
ridiculous.
advertise something,
Like,
you
yeah,
are not here.
Probably on Google and YouTube.
I love you.
I think I should search it on YouTube. Seriously, to see what.
I work with two
gonna
Canadian
watch
guys.
it.
One is a French Canadian, one is a regular one who's sitting next. Well, regular one, me and American.
There's regular Canadians and not regular Canadians. Come on, get with the program.
There's
We did say
there
there
are
was
more
discretion
of,
advised, so she's
what do you
fine.
call them? Provinces that are English speaking. So to me, quote unquote, regular means English speaking. And so it's so funny because my English speaking Canadian that's sitting next to me, we always pass jokes. And oh my God, he's got worse jokes than mine.
Like
He is like so politically. He's like off the charts. He's like out there on Sputnik with his political correctness, which is non-existent. And the French Canadian, the same way. And that's why we click real well, because we get to laugh about things. And sometimes they're like, take a drawback. You don't feel offended, are you? I'm like, what? That word is not in my vocabulary. What is that word, offended? I don't like words offended, overwhelmed, or any of that. Those words just drive me insane. I'm like, just make it happen, Captain. Make a joke. Let's laugh about it. Let's move on about it.
Some jokes are really like not okay though. Like,
That's
I don't
very
come up
rare.
with any, but I'm sure there are some.
But they are not jokes at that point. At that
Right,
point,
yeah.
there's something else. If
Yeah.
somebody
Usually like an
deliberately
insult,
trying
yeah.
to say something and insult you, that's not a joke. That's just asking for another joke back, and they're not going to take it.
Physical joke.
I got one manure
physical
and
joke
another.
to the face.
Throat punch.
Throat punch. That would hurt a lot more than the face. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
Have you tried?
Personally, I prefer just giving a face. And the face, I was told by one of my managers back in my early 20s, because he called me into his office and we're talking about this thing, and I'm just listening to him, and I'm like literally just like, and I said not a word. I'm just like standing there listening, but apparently my face said everything I needed to say and more. And he's like, finished like in the middle of his sentence. He's like, why are you looking at me like I'm the last idiot on this planet? I'm like, oops. He was the sweetest man, sweetest, awesome guy, but I didn't even mean to make the face, but thanks, Mom. I got it from you. My mom doesn't have to say much. She's just like, looks at me. I'm like, oh, Lord, okay. Even now, I'm like, oh, Lord, what did I do?
Talking.
What happened?
No, because they're all having dinner yesterday.
Yeah.
So her mom was telling me a story, and her husband was like trying to tell her something. She's like, I just continued talking.
This is too funny.
We all have something that we do.
Well, with all that said,
So it's time to wrap up, and make sure that you like our page and subscribe so that you are notified about all of our new shows and all of the awesome stuff that we're going to do in Dallas. Thank you.
thank you. Don't forget the bell icon.
The bell icon? Yeah, whatever that is. Don't forget it.
It's next to subscribe so you can get the notification that we're posting something new.
Okay.
Another episode of our shenanigans. Yay!
Woo!
As real as they come, Dallas.